All right, let's see if that works. So, what I'm attempting to do is to stay in focus. I just finished watching, well, hello, good evening. I just finished watching Black Mirror. More specifically, Loch Henry episode. As soon as I started talking, I'm like, wow, what's happening? This is probably one of my favorite Black Mirror episodes. I'll tell you why. I'm glad you asked. So, also touched to a very important aspect of this that I face on a morality end. Wi-Fi rock bottom. I'm in the middle of remastering this project, this documentary. One of the first projects I made that I would deem successful. People saw it. It has the accolades to go with it. It was a story that meant something to people that watch it, especially if you're an addict or deal with addiction issues or recovery for that matter. The more and more stories I tell in documentary form, the more that I walk against this challenge of exploitation. That's what the book of Wi-Fi at Rock Bottom is about, is the idea of exploiting people, subjects, and emotions, and doing what I think is right, and then being entertaining. And as a filmmaker, one of our primary things to do is entertain. When people watch it, however they take it in, it's all about entertaining. Maybe there's some education, maybe we're informing, maybe there's a call to action, all that stuff exists, but primarily we have to entertain. We have to have a message that is entertaining. I talked to my friend that made First Step, Lance Kramer, about this very idea. You go listen to that on the Midnight Movie Club. When we get to this place of at the end of the day, we have to get butts and seats. We have to sell tickets. We have to know everything that comes with getting our thing to the audience. And then on the end of that, yeah, we want the accolade. We want the love. We want the appreciation. We want the Emmy. We want the Oscar. We want the BAFTA in this case. We want the effort that we put in to be received a certain way. But then there's this point of we got all that we were looking for, but at what cost? At what internal cost? At what moral cost? All these things that would have happened to get to this final thing that we thought we wanted, or that we say we wanted, that we fight really, really hard for, that we argue for, that we fight for the cut, that we try to go raise money, that we do all this stuff, this blood, sweat, and tears idea that we throw out there. At what cost to all of that did we get? Do we get there? Did we go through this journey? In his case, he exploited his town, his family, and so many other things just for this moment that he got through exploiting. I mean, pretty much at every level. From the very beginning, it was the town, and then his mother, and then what they was able to uncover in this story without spoiling too much of it, and then all the way to the end, the death that came with that. And then at the end, he ends up getting some grand achievements. So this is one of them films that, or one of them shows or episodes that, one, I had this idea very similar to this, not overarching, but a very similar idea of a killer, because I like to write killer fiction piece or narrative pieces when I do get a chance to write and make those. I had the idea very similar based on something I saw on YouTube. So I'm not even gonna act like I just came up with some original idea. Something I saw on YouTube that I was inspired by, and then, hey, animals, man. That's the thing. I'll come back to that. There's so many parts of this episode that's making it one of my favorite Black Mirror episodes to watch as a person who just like to be entertained by Black Mirror, but also as a person who creates and consumes and writes and develops, and then just as a person who battles this idea of storytelling and exploiting people for entertainment through documentary. So this is one of them ones. And I can tell you, I fight this all the time. All the documentaries I make, a lot of them deal with death. A lot of them deal with controversy and chaos, and people who have to relive very tough moments. And this show, put all of that back in my face, because that's something that I like to make. So anyway, if you haven't seen it, go watch on Netflix, Black Mirror, Loch Henry, especially if you're a filmmaker. Anybody can watch it. What I'm doing, this is not for anybody. It's for other filmmakers. This is like me vlogging about my life, about other films, for other filmmakers, about what I do and what I make. And if you're anything like me, you should go check it out, go watch it, go enjoy it, and then maybe report back or not. I'm not one of those people that's gonna say smash the like button. You should. Or what is it? I got follow. I don't know. What are you doing? Subscribe. I'm not gonna say do all that, but what I will say is go to the Midnight Movie Club on Spotify, Apple iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts, and go check it out and listen to some of those episodes. I'm not sure if I'm gonna bring it back just yet. I want to do something different. That's my thing with podcasting. I don't want to just podcast anymore. Gotta do something different. Everyone is picking up a mic and talking about stuff. I have to make, when I do it, that it feels like something, one, that I can keep doing because I'd be busy, and two, that it is more than just people talking for sensationalism, which I've done. But I have some great guests in the world of filmmaking, in entertainment, and storytelling. And it's not just about nerding out, being pretentious. Some of it's just fun conversation. Anywho, till next time, or next time, if there's a next time, I'm gonna see if I can keep vlogging after this. Peace.